Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to the Gifted Goddess channel, where I channel my gifts in a multitude of ways for the collective advantage. And I encourage you to not only seek your gifts and your purpose, but to find meaningful ways to employ them in any way they, your spiritual team, or the Most High deems fit. Welcome to Spiritual Class with Miss Datora, aka Miss D. If you've never been here before, welcome. All energies are welcome as long as you leave your bag of bullsh by the door, okay? Don't come in here trying to funk up our energy, okay? And if you're returning, hey y'all. Thank you for returning. Thank you for all the love, the likes, the support, the comments, the interest in the journals and the coaching and reading sessions that you guys have expressed interest in. I thank you so much. And I pray that any seed that you sow into me in any way that you have, in any of those ways I just mentioned, I pray that that seed is sown right back into you infinitely and abundantly. Okay, no cap here. Something is coming full circle. I just got like Capricorn, devil energy. I also was about to say death. Okay, so major endings coming to these toxic, low vibrational cycles. People, I'm getting obsessive energy. So if you or a loved one have experienced a narcissistic, low vibrational, or toxic karmic cycle, that is coming to an end. Remember, as long as you're aligned, you'll be fine. Now, if you aren't aligned, you haven't done your spiritual work, you haven't done the things that your spiritual team, God the Most High, I'm getting raw energy, has called you to do on your spiritual journey, then you may be remaining in these cycles, right? So if you've done the work, congratulations and kudos to you. If not, I suggest you get on that path and journey. K names are significant. Okay, so let's get into this. Law and order is in the energy. So justice coming through and order being balanced. I'm getting heavy Egyptian ancestry. So someone could quite literally resonate with that. I'm getting someone like connecting, like understanding timelines, lineages, ancestry, past lives, that sort of situation, past life. I'm getting ancient life energy, ancient life timelines. Something about black nails is significant. Black phone. Yeah, very ominous in the energy, okay? Also winged. I just heard winged seers. So you could be a seer. I just literally got a taste of like garlic parmesan chicken. I've been tasting that in my mouth all day, though I have not eaten it. I wish I did though. Okay. So something about that significant. So law and order coming through for someone or someone's or some situation that was toxic, that had some sort of criminal intent to it, okay? Someone could drive an SUV. Someone could be a detective, or you had to literally connect with your spiritual team, go within to kind of unravel or detect what was going on in your energy. Thank you, Spirit. Your whatever was going on in your energy with these people, places, or things, it was picked up and detected by very ancient primordial beings. Okay, I'm seeing like black under the nails. Is it almost giving me claws? Someone could have dirty nails, black nails. Ooh, this is significant. I'm getting nails on a chalkboard, like something coming to a screeching halt. I'm seeing dark clothes. Y'all know I've been channeling this for a minute. It's going to be some slow singing and casket bringing, okay? So, prayerfully, it's just endings and situations and cycles and not individuals. But as I said that, I literally am being called to a dream that I had of a casket coming out of a church, and someone rushing to do paperwork. Like, literally, the casket is on the side of the church about to be like loaded into a hearse situation. And someone is on the sideline, like on top of the um, coffin casket. C's are significant. C names are significant. CC, somebody could wear Chanel. Somebody could be a channeler, okay? But it was like an insurance woman who had papers for someone to sign. They're literally like rushing to sign things on top of the casket as it's being pushed out of the church. Very random energy, gray casket. Yeah, now I'm seeing like gray suits. I'm hearing gray, blue, and black. Yeah, this is very dark and dim. Someone that could be someone's emotions. That's also giving me like I'm hearing a turn of emotions like toil and labor. Somebody's toiling over something in their head. Okay, it's going from bad to worse. Like gray, right? Just grim, um, kind of a bleak outlook on things, just like, oh, not seeing the end to things. And then with this navy blue, I'm getting like heavy emotions, like hitting someone. And then with the black, someone's recognizing that, yes, things will never be the same. I'm literally seeing black covering yellow. So black and yellow could be significant for someone, okay? But that's giving me an energy of darkness, like an eclipse. Something's being eclipsed out. A person's being eclipsed out. Something with these dark nails, 9-inch nails. Cardi B energy, Justice. She's a Libra. I always get that they about to be salty as well. Okay, something. Listen, y'all know I would love to deliver messages of love and light and butterflies and rainbows and spicy readings and tapping into musical energy. This ain't that, beloved. So just know that you've been warned. I'm hearing jealous of my mentions. So someone could be jealous of how you're mentioned, how you're brought up, how you're spoke about. And this is really like driving someone just, I'm hearing local and la cabeza, like I'm getting like very clouded, convoluted thoughts. Like I'm hearing 1 minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. I'm tasting stuffing, but I was about to say spinach. I'm also getting like stuffed mushrooms, but I was about to say peppers. So something's not what it seems. If someone is a channeler or was and they were in a low vibrational energy, someone's getting mixed signals now. So let's say someone was a medium, they're not getting messages of light is what I'm hearing. All they're hearing is darkness. This is giving an energy of when you're imbalanced. This is my personal opinion. I'm not a psychiatrist, a therapist, right? I'm not a licensed psychologist nor therapist. I just know a few things about a few hundred things, okay? But in my personal opinion, the main difference between what we call clairaudience and oftentimes auditory hallucinations, I think where it gets misconstrued is something about screws. Yeah, somebody got some loose screws, nails, screws. Somebody could be into hardware or work with, you know, the things, hammer, nails, screw, a handyman, if you will, an architect, a construction worker. Okay. Again, C's are significant. I'm getting C as VS. Victoria could be significant. Victoria's Secret. Somebody could have a dog, a little yappy dog. Also, that was giving me verses. Okay. So something about the upcoming verses could be significant. Who is it with? Is it Tyrese and Tank? Child, no, somebody's name could start with T. That's giving me T and T. Yes, something's about to blow up in somebody's face. what they're recognizing is they try to shift the blame on you, making it like you were crazy, mocking you. I'm hearing mocking God, saying that, oh, you're hearing from God, laugh out loud. And they were kind of mocking you like, oh, she's spiritual, ha ha, like she's crazy. I'm getting someone tried to report you to, the proper authorities for that. Where I'm called, I was about to say where I'm called. Okay, so go where you're called. Somebody was called or you're about to be called. Okay, yeah, you were called by God and they're mocking this. Okay, boo. Nobody laughs at God when, shit hits the fan. Yeah, they think something's funny. Yeah, somebody's dusty. Somebody smells. Somebody has an aura about them that isn't so good, like a stench. Someone's very unclean, like hoarder energy is giving me that acrimony energy where Taraji P. Henson was very upset about her ex moving on to another relationship. An ex she dumped, by the way. And she was just very upset that he moved on and he was doing bigger and better in life. Like they broke up and boom, like he's a millionaire, like overnight success, like something he was working on an invention. Anywho, child, she couldn't take it. She really went out of her mind, but she went from this like hardworking individual to doing anything to sabotage him. I mean, like going to the dress shop and pouring acid on the lady dress, like showing up at his place unannounced, trying to push up on him. Mind you, he had cut her like a check for a couple million because, she was with him when he was struggling. So some about that is significant. Somebody doesn't like you separating yourself from them in this energy. But now I'm hearing no one's laughing at God now because now they're hearing things, seeing things, sensing things, feeling things that they cannot explain. Yet something has become a nightmare. I'm hearing nightmare-ish. Okay. Yeah, something doesn't smell good. Somebody could be having olfactory hallucinations, like smelling things that aren't there, or they have been so disorganized in their thinking, their behavior patterns are off, or they're so excuse me, thank you, Spirit. They're so focused on causing disruptions everywhere else. Their priorities aren't right. They're not focused on children, work, career, nothing. They're so hell bent on causing destruction that the rest of their life has become an unorganized, chaotic mess, is what I'm getting. Yeah, like I'm getting like piles of clothes piling up, like laundry piling up, garbage all over the place. Like it's giving like not cooking, eating McDonald's all the time. Yeah, this is not good. Somebody was hell bent on winning something, thought they would get you back or another person back, okay? Take that as a resonate, baby, okay? But yeah, now who's cuckoo crazy? Okay, so now you see there's a difference. When somebody says they're hearing from God, mind your business, okay? If this person isn't harming anybody, right? If nobody is saying, I'm hearing from God and I need to take out, this whole race of people or this whole build, right? Leave people alone. If you don't like it, step aside. If you don't believe that's possible, you are outside of your spiritual jurisdiction, okay? Right? Like, it's not your lane to be in. It's not for you to judge, okay? Yes, but something very bad is going to happen. Netflix could be significant. I'm getting this could be like on Netflix. Like this could end up being a documentary. Like whatever is going on is so wild, so bizarre when it all comes to light. Yeah, I'm seeing like fans rushing to you. Like you're going to have people begging you to write your story, make it a documentary, have it on Netflix. Like this is going to be a major level up. So they're already mad that you're a cut above the rest. But then now you doing all this nefarious stuff behind the scenes is finna come to light. I've been getting Barbie energy a lot. And now I see why. The story of Jamaican Barbie when the girl was at college, and come to find out this, it was a Jamaican girl or Caribbean girl, but I believe she was Jamaican, so somebody could be Jamaican. Somebody could have dreadlocks, okay? Someone's dreading being locked up, okay? Right, because they can't take it. This is somebody who bumped their gums a lot, but ain't doing nothing. I'm seeing heavy dogs in the energy, like a bulldog, a pit bull, one of them like real mean. I'm hearing a Jack Terrier. So somebody could be a jack of all trades, master of literally nothing, okay? They master at minor things, like they master at manipulation and torture tactics is what I'm hearing. Domination, spells, and control. Down to the Slytherin class, or just someone who's a narcissist, right? Who targets people, manipulates people, and then when they don't get their way, all hell breaks loose. They're hell bent on destroying you, annihilating your character, defaming you, getting other people to come against you. Baby, a whole hot mess. Anywho, they can deal with God. Anybody got time for this? Okay. But this will be a scandal. So somebody's name could be Olivia Pope. Now, I never watched the show, but I know it had to do with a president. So this could be someone of high rank, of high standing, right? Supposedly of high moral character. Or so everyone believes them, tasting pepperoni pizza all of a sudden. Okay, that's giving me Pizzagate number one. Also, this could be just like a pillar of a community, like someone who is in a position of status and high power. Yeah, I'm seeing like luxury cars and things like that. Yeah, being somebody's coming off that high horse today is what I just heard, okay, or very soon. Then I got rain or fall. I gotta leave work. So now, normally that's a Jamaican song and it's like passionate about a lover. Again, someone leaving work to be lusty, to satisfy their sexual needs, not prioritizing what's important. Okay, everything's coming to light. Also, rain could be falling where you're at right now. Somebody could be taking a serious fall. I was getting that earlier, like I've fallen and I can't get up type energy, like a broken leg or broken limbs, or something like that, okay? But a serious fall from grace, okay? A fall sign can be significant. I'm getting from August to October, November. So take that as it resonates. Or that timing could be significant. Yes, harvest season. People are reaping what they sown. We've been getting this, okay? Also, before I came on, I got 432. Now y'all know when I take my spiritual day off, Spirit be having a lot of messages, so don't be surprised if we stay down to spiritual school. Somebody's getting caught red-handed with something about ink. And fingerprints. I've been getting fingerprints and mug shots. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. 432 is going down. Something about TJ could be significant. Somebody's name could be Tom, Thomas Jefferson, Tom and Jerry came through, okay? Yes, somebody was chasing you this was a runner chaser dynamic, a cat and mouse game. Like they thought that they were going to chase you down forever, right? Tom and Jerry still chasing each other ass, right? They thought that they were going to just hunt you down like a cat stalks its prey. And it's like, normally, right? Let's think about Tom and Jerry. Normally, a mouse or a rat, somebody could be a rat snitching on everybody or snitching on whatever's going on to save face, to save their self. Yeah, somebody came after you. I was getting that again. Buns, I already channeled this. And belly. So something about someone's belly, the belly of the beast. Okay. Someone could like Jamaican music. I'm getting Movado. Somebody could wear Movado watches. Okay. That's significant. I'm just seeing waterfalls now. Yeah, somebody's going to be very upset from this fall from grace. Especially if you're dealing with a narcissist, the worst thing that could happen to them is people seeing them with their mask off, being shown for who they really are. Like someone who is not so loving, not so kind, not this upstanding person they've painted themselves to be. But with Tom and Jerry, right, normally a mouse would be no competition for a cat. A cat will very easily catch a mouse and have its way with it, eat it, do whatever you want, play with it, do whatever you want to do. Take it in the house, eat it, play with it in the yard, do what they want to do. This person thought it was going to be easy as catching a mouse. However, I'm hearing they're scared of mice. That's funny. Rat is significant. Rat tail combs, brushes is significant. Somebody could do hair. I've been getting this all week. A barber, a licensed barber, someone who braids hair, styles hair, does hair, a beautician, someone that works at a salon, or a hairstylist. I'm hearing a salon addict. So somebody stay in the salon. Okay, yes, addictions are significant, especially with us having that devil card come through. And then, as I said, someone leaving work to satisfy sexual urges. Addict, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing like, okay, yeah, very, someone likes BJs in the middle of the day type stuff, okay? I'm hearing not from their significant other. So again, with the BJ, TJ, AJ, CJ, BJ, ZJ child from A to Z, you take it how it resonates. I'm getting names like Jason, Aaron, Joshua, author. Someone could be an author or author soon. Yet, what am I telling you? You are going to be booked and busy from when this comes to light. Something's going to be on the news. I'm literally seeing like a sports. Somebody could be in the sports. That's not what I meant to say. A newscaster in my mind. Yeah, they were tripping. That video could be significant or they're losing it. There's a video that I did. Pay attention to my thumbnails. My thumbnails are very significant. They are just as guided as my readings are. Okay, so they're losing it because you're being seen in the spotlight, maybe, or you will be in the spotlight speaking on whatever is going on in this situation and what has happened. You'll be called to speak on these things. I'm seeing a lot of calls, a lot of deals, right? You having to turn down their calls. Like somebody calling you from jail type ish, and you're like signing deals with Netflix to speak about what's going on, and they're like begging you not to talk about it. Right? Still from jail. Yeah, something's coming full circle. They wanted you locked up, so they're being locked up. Okay, so I just lost my train of thought. Someone is in a band. I'm in a band, Nate. That's off of the movie Set It Off. So this was a robbery attempt gone horribly bad, okay? So someone was in the need of money, okay, and made a deal with someone, okay? Now, whether they clearly did something strange for a little piece of change, okay? To get some money to get them out of this bind, whoever they connected with, child, low vibrational is all I can say, okay? After Tom and Jerry, I got I'm going to ram them. I'm going to ram them. That was off a cartoon, heavy on the childish energy, very childish, okay? So someone could drive a ram car. A ram is an Aries. I've been getting a lot of Aries in the energy with M. Someone's initials could be E or M, okay? RAME or M, okay? That's significant. Like somebody could have MM as well. I'm getting Melanie, marinara sauce. Yes, something. Yeah, they wanted you to be lost in the sauce, but they are okay. Or you could have just had some type of spaghetti marinara sauce. Something like that significant. Okay, so also someone could have wanted to run into you in traffic, or someone's going to have a car accident, or someone is going to purposely have a collision, right? Trying to end self, okay? I just got euthanasia, okay? Then I got money is such a beautiful word. That came from a movie. I forget what it's called. I'm hearing All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's not it though. Maybe. But there was an inheritance that a crooked lawyer helped a caregiver, aunt, or mother figure take from this girl. Okay, so then they were being found out. I forget how the movie go, but that was the gist of it. And I used to always like that song. They would just sing about how money is such a beautiful word. It soars my mind like a beautiful bird. Money and I, we go together like apple and pie. Haven't you heard? Money is such a beautiful word. So somebody could like apples or apple pie significant. I'm getting McDonald's apple pie. Somebody really likes apple pie from McDonald's. Okay, just a very quick energy, like microwavable food I'm getting. Something about like low vibrational food, like freezer food, or like very I just heard produced food. Somebody could be a producer. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Preservatives, food with a lot of preservatives. Yeah, someone wanted to preserve something for their self. I'm hearing in a bank. I'm seeing Mr. Scrooge. I'm seeing, what was that duck that was selfish? Him. Donald Duck. Somebody's name could be Donald or Dee Dee or D initials. You, them, him, she, her, they, anybody in this energy. Okay, yeah, anybody's name in Set It Off could be significant. It's also giving me Nate from How to Get Away with Murder. Okay. So somebody could have planned a head-to-head collision. Somebody could have planned some type of nefarious act to happen to you so that they could claim ownership to this. Somebody could have wanted you, I'm hearing, in a they didn't want you in the penthouse. They wanted you, I'm hearing, in a pig pen. Like they wanted you at the lowest of the low. Like they wanted you eating slop, hands tied behind your back in a crazy house, basically. Like, somebody was definitely calling somebody cray cray. Like allegations all over the place. Something about art. You could be an artist. Also, that's giving me like Einstein. I'm getting like Einstein eccentric energy. Like they don't understand your level of artistry. They don't understand your level of perceiving things. Somebody could be autistic or on the spectrum, ADHD, right? But it's in the way you channel the world. Okay. So what they're not getting is that I'm hearing the problem is them. The misconception or the misperception is them. Yes, something's being all tied and buttoned up. Okay, somebody could have wanted somebody to. Okay, y'all, but heavy on a head-to-head collision. I literally saw two cars next to each other all bang the fuck up, and then there was a check mark, like somebody checking it off the list. Like, okay, cool, collision check. Like, we did that. Now, could we get paid? Is what I just heard. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? Something is being heard. Something will be heard worldwide. I just literally saw like a microphone in the globe. Okay. So you could be going worldwide. You could already be being seen on some type of platform, social media. You could already be speaking out. I'm getting like you spoke out in a small way, not to, I'm hearing nefarious, like you weren't in a tit for tat energy trying to go back and forth and battle with these people or these energies, but it's given like when as you kind of spoke your piece about it, and that made them more upset. Like, so they're trying to make it like you're bashing them, quote unquote, when all you're doing is telling the truth. Well, beloved, you know what Cat Williams said? Somebody could be a Virgo. If you wanted me to speak better of you, honey, you would have treated me better. You should have treated me better. I'm just hearing, child, Keisha Cole, somebody should have cheated. That's what I just heard. So you could feel like that. Somebody's name could be Keisha or last name Cole. KC, Kansas City could be significant. I just heard someone's been watching you for a long time, for a distance. in a room, baby, or has somebody watching you. I'm seeing like a private investigator like in a car taking pictures of you. And what they're finding out is there was no legal reason to have you investigated. There was no logical reason, thank you, Spirit, for you to be investigated. Or what I'm getting is investigators are on the case, right? Because we have law and order, detectives, justice coming through, police, right? Been getting a lot of 911 tower energy. They're looking at the situation from a higher perspective. They can see the full circle of events. Like I'm hearing circumvent, and how you had to circumvent certain energies and people and situations to avoid some sort of catastrophe. Yeah, they wanted you like, I'm hearing gone, like covered up, cloaked up, baby, buried and gone. Okay, so that they could take whatever was supposed to come in for you. Now I'm just seeing they'll, now they're hearing from God. Yeah, you thought it was a joke. Now you're hearing from God, or they're seeing it in a multitude of ways manifesting in their life. Okay. I've been getting like bugs and roaches and like dirty stuff, especially if this person is messy, right? They're going to have infestations. If they sent that to you, everything is being sent back to them. I'm just hearing tenfold, hundredfold, like how much they spent. I'm seeing somebody like opening, like have a wad of money, and they're like, shelling out like money. Shells are significant, okay? A Shell gas station. They could have met up with somebody at a gas station and they were being watched. What they don't understand is this whole time they're watching you, stalking you, doing all this stuff, crazy stuff to make you look like the bad guy, shift the blame of something onto you. An unaliving is what I'm getting, or an ending of some sort. They try to shift this blame on you, and then if you're crazy and out of your mind in a hospital, nobody's gonna believe what you have to say anyway. Well, God had other plans, okay? Yeah, they were very, very courageous. They were very confident that this will work. Something about yellow. Somebody could wear a lot of yellow. Somebody could be on the west side, live on the west side. Something about west is significant, okay? Yeah, somebody's having a significant fall from grace. All day I've been seeing 22, 33, 11, 44, 55, 77, like you name it. Damn it, every number, okay? But also 143, somebody love you and miss you. Now, if that's not a sign of craziness, I don't know what is. You miss me, but you hate me. You want to end me, and you're conspiring. I'm hearing colluded. Okay, collusions are significant. Is that a word? Colluded. I'm just hearing convoluted. Like a lot of things were mixed up in the energy. I'm seeing, I just heard law of karma, like a infinity symbol. Yeah, they thought they was gonna be able to play this game forever and nobody was gonna catch on and no. Okay, I just saw Aquarius male in my mind. Somebody's name could be Nate. Something about ships, shipments coming soon. Towers are coming. Okay, somebody's getting a revelation or something about relationships. Okay. Yeah, if you want to hear the whole message, you'll just stay. I appreciate all of you that made it to this point, but we have a ways to get through. So we'll definitely be saying after class. If you haven't done so already, please take this time. I'm here for this commercial break. Something about commercials and ads. Okay, yeah, something is about to blow the fuck up. Okay, because okay. Thank you, Spirit. What I'm getting is there's about to be like laws put in place, different, I'm hearing ordinances on how you can get someone committed to a hospital. Um, It's giving me an energy of like, okay, like, you know, them Life Alert commercials. Something about Life Alert is significant. Okay. Definitely a fall in a bathroom, probably. Okay. But it's giving me an energy of this will be a new thing. Like, that, like the law has to catch up to, like they're going to have to write a new statute or a code. Okay, something about the statute of limitations they probably thought was up, but they're going to have to write in new policies for something because something was so egregious. It's giving me that, what is that? The civil conspiracy, but this is on a whole nother level. It's almost giving me like modern day Salem witch trials, like type of energy, right? But it's documented, okay? But it's giving me like, you know how you see them commercials like safe lock your credit and this and this and that, and they can give examples of how people get into your credit. So somebody could have been doing something with identity theft and credit and this and that. Yeah, all of that was caught. Okay, they didn't know they were being watched, so they're thinking they're slick and they're above the law. I'm hearing above the rim. Somebody could like basketball, play basketball. Somebody's name could be Omar. O-E is significant for initials. Yeah, somebody's a scammer. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing Atlanta. Yeah, I got YN on here too, okay? So someone is drinking and indulging. They know this is coming up. They know it. They know it, okay? As I said, this is a person in leadership or of high authority or status. Somebody could drive a port authority transportation, like in the busing system in your town. I'm hearing natural substances coming soon. That's just giving me herbs and spices. Some about ayahuasca. Yes, baby. Somebody was lunching. Okay. Martin could be significant. Lawrence could be significant. Somebody was insecure. That's giving me Issa Rae. Insecure. Someone was very insecure and did the absolute most. The most. Yeah, I saw when I was today, I saw an episode of Law and Order, obviously, if you can tell, right? And this was added in. I had already channeled this message, but of course, you know, before I came on, a few extra instructions, right? So some about that is significant, a few extra steps or details that were missing will be added in or was added in. It's giving me detectives have to find or inspectors had to find the missing piece of the puzzle. And I'm just getting like, they got it. Eureka. With that Einstein energy, Eureka. Okay, so someone can have messy hair or someone was really like trying to figure this out, like up all day, all night. Coffee is significant. Someone could be a coffee drinker or an energy drinker. Okay, really up. Okay, it's giving me two energies. A detective could have been working on this day and night, night and day, but it's giving me these people. This person was working on this around the clock. Very round, circular energy. Something was, I heard man made. Now, some about Boston can be significant and track and running, right? Okay, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Definitely a heavily loaded message. Take this on whatever level it resonates. You know, my messages are heavily coded. So this is definitely a code 204. I forgot, but I did see that before I came on. So there's levels to this. Different levels, different devils, different statuses. I'm also seeing like you're going to be elevated to a different status in spite of this and because of this, like, you know, so you won't let this like determine your life or you won't let this be the end of your story. Somebody's name could be Tori, Trina, Tina, Trin. It's giving me like Trinity. Yeah, the Holy Trinity had to step in, child. Someone will now be very restricted, okay, because they caused some sort of hardship for you to be restricted, okay. It was giving me like maid energy, like Cinderella, like you were made to do something you didn't want to do, or you were put in a position that was lower than you should have been, or degrading almost, right? And as we know, in Cinderella, that was her house, like that was her father's house that she should have inherited, but they kind of took over everything and just took her kindness for weakness, but she prevailed in the end. So you kind of have that energy I'm getting. I just heard Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, somebody's like, okay, punked. Somebody thought they were going to punk you. They took your kindness for weakness. I'm getting now, okay, who's the punk now? You're about to be in jail. Somebody's real punk. Okay, somebody could like punk rock, but that was also somebody's name could be Punkin for a nickname. This is a preacher's kid is significant. I saw that earlier. Preacher's kid. I never saw that movie, but that might be significant. So if you saw it, that could be a confirmation. I'm getting heavy Mars, Aries energy, like someone very braggadocious, wanting to fight, wanting to just be on attack, argumentative, like wanting to start a war. I'm hearing well they got it. They just don't know they're at war with God. So they're confused on why you're not battling back and forth. Yeah, because you're about to have a whole shitstorm that you have to face. Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually split this reading into two readings so it's more digestible. Something about something being digestible or split up. Oh my God, just seeing somebody's going to have like their food mashed up for them. Like, yeah, somebody's going to be mashed up. I just seen, what is that girl's name off of Love and Hip Hop? Somebody could like Love and Hip Hop. Apple Watts, apple bottoms could be significant. Yeah, somebody could be hefty down below. Okay, but yeah, she was in a bad collision. She had to teach herself how to walk again. It's giving me that energy, okay? So let's end it here, class, okay? So we don't go into 45 hours, okay? Because we still have a long ways to go. So I'm going to split it here, okay? Yeah, but something's coming up. Something's about to be monumentous, okay? Things are starting off small for them, but trust, they will become monumentous. A trust account could be significant, could have been significant, or will be significant. You could have been in a trust or a will and nobody told you about this. Somebody's name could be Will or Williams, Bill, Billy. Okay. Yeah, I was also getting like Mike Epps, Ice Cube energy. So someone's name could be Michael or M.E. is significant. That's giving me the medical examiner's office, child. That's not good. And also Ice Cube. Somebody was cold as ice and did not care. You know, it's hard to have. One of the things I've, learned within my walk of life and having to deal with different people in different spaces and stages and realms and timelines and things. There are a lot of people who are hurt and they hurt people, right? Hurt people hurt people. And when I was dealing with a particular energy, something that we were having a conversation. It was at a funeral, unfortunately. And you know how you have a conversation with somebody and afterwards you think of the perfect thing to say? I'm here. Well, now you're going to have a chance to say it. Ew. But what I wanted to tell this person was they had lost a loved one, okay? So a father could be significant. Somebody could have lost a father, or, that could be the ending that's coming up. But I wanted to tell him because he was kind of unsettled by it. They didn't have a good relationship. And what I wanted to tell him was, it's hard to have compassion for someone who had none for you. Okay. So you could be in that energy. Okay. This could be a father, a male figure. Yeah, I'm seeing like fathers, grandfathers, uncles, brothers, men you have children with, just any male energy, cousins, right? There's going to be a situation. I keep telling you this. I'm seeing a nun as well. Somebody's going to have to go to church. Somebody is trying to repent. Okay. There's going to be a situation. I'm hearing that they cannot pray away. That's not what I was about to say, Spirit. Also, y'all remember that movie, The Lady in the Yard? The Woman in the Yard? Somebody's having experiences like that. Some in a yard is significant, or they're seeing a dark figure in the yard or in their vicinity, in their closet, in their space. Okay. I've been channeling this for I don't know how long. Death is knocking at somebody's door and they know it, or they know they're about to experience something horrific. They've seen it in their dreams, whether it's a car crash, whether it is, I'm hearing demolition, man. Whoa, somebody's heavily drinking. If this is a okay. But somebody is frantic and worried about this, so they're trying not to pay attention to it, or they're trying to indulge in whatever their low vibrational activity of choice is. No judgment. We all have our choices, right? Our substances, okay? Somebody like ramming stuff, okay? Well, somebody's very sexual in their energy, like, okay, head ramming, like very greedy with this. So yeah, they've been indulging in a lot of that. I'm getting because they know it's about to be the end. Okay. Or this is what brought them to this end. Okay, so yeah, somebody's gonna be sick, there's gonna be hospital visits. I got choking on air, someone who can't breathe, okay, for causing some sort of slavery or in a mental, literal, physical, spiritual way, like taking your kindness for weakness, taking things from you. I'm hearing energy harvesting, having you work for nothing, having you work for keep is what I'm hearing. I'm just seeing now for keeps. Molly Ringwald, how you say her name? MR is significant. Yeah, somebody's initials definitely M or R. They could have said you was a little bit, not all the way together. They wanted to mar your capabilities, like mar your talent, strengths, and abilities. Like act like you weren't capable of anything without them. Act like you were talentless. Act like you. I'm seeing a blonde. Like they wanted to make it like, no offense to blonde people, but y'all know the saying, right? So they wanted to make it like you were not intelligent. I'm hearing idiotic. They were trying to paint this picture. A lot of things have been said behind the scenes, class, and what I'm getting is when you find out all of the nefarious things that have been done, you're going to be sick to your stomach. It's taking me back to, sorry I never finished that, the young lady, the Jamaican Barbie. Come to find out, her roommate in college was posting stuff on like Instagram or social media. So social media can be significant. People are bragging about what they did to you. They were bragging about it and thought it was funny. She was online bragging about how she would put the girl's toothbrush in her mouth or use it to clean the toilet or like do weird stuff to her food, like all this weird stuff. And yeah, she ended up going to court for that. I think she got kicked out of school or whatever. So something about that could be significant. Hopefully this isn't going on with you and you're at college. Like college is stressful enough. Or what I'm getting is just college energy just gives me, you're trying to elevate yourself. You're trying to grow. Okay. You've invested in yourself and your future. And here you have somebody who is just bothering you for what reason? Like people are sick and weird. Now they're about to be sick and weird right in the hospital, right in jail. Okay. I'm hearing they'll have to worry about their toothbrushes of their own. So that's why I was getting brushes. I was very confused. Like, are they using hair from brushes? That could be significant. Down to the Slytherin class. Okay. Yeah, I'm just hearing pills and potions. Somebody's definitely on medication or substances, right? Could be this Aries energy. I'm just hearing people are going to be so sick by what was done to you. Like whatever was done was so sick. I'm just seeing it being on a loop, like all these repetitive cycles. I'm seeing tapes, things were recorded. Okay. And people thought this was funny. I'm getting really, really like sick. Yeah, this is going to be monumentous. Yeah, like something about spit, brushes, food, like again, putting stuff in food, doing things to brushes, toothbrushes, I'm hearing your hygiene products, your healthcare products. Somebody could have been switching medication, like okay, so they're going to deal with what they need to deal with when they need to deal with it. Okay, siblings are significant. I got someone who's very like, I hear low vibrational, but vain. It's giving me Libra energy, like into the lashes, into how they look. As we said, the salon addict, hair got to be on fleek, but I also got fleet. That's an enema. Okay, the shit's about to be pouring out, or somebody can need an enema, or what I'm getting is people, like, this is just sick. You're going to be so sick, you might feel like you need to go to the hospital type shit. Like, this is disgusting. Yeah, all because somebody was being greedy, being a pig. Somebody could be born in the year of the pig, but this was all about money, all about the Benjamins. Then I got Mike Epps and Ice Cube, something about a cold ice cup of water is significant. Someone could like a cup of ice cold water, or you could have a cup of ice cold water as you're listening to this. Take it as it resonates. This is someone who always has a cup of ice cold water on their nightstand, I'm seeing. This is someone who's going to have a lot of cold nights alone. I just heard single and ready to mingle. Yeah, you're going to be out here. They did all of this to keep you trapped, stuck, this, right? So you couldn't be single and ready to mingle. So you couldn't have money. So you couldn't level up. This is sick. Yeah, so you couldn't change. They were so afraid of you changing and leaving them behind, not bringing them along, that they were doing anything to stop you. When, if you're so kind as they know you are, which they preyed upon instead of praised upon and celebrated you, if they would have just cooperated and worked with you, how much further do you think y'all would have got ahead? I'm seeing a blue tie. It's significant. I'm just looking at an empty bottle. I'm just hearing regrets, like empty. They just offered you empty cups of love, empty bottles, like they just didn't care. I'm seeing third party situations, drinking because now this person who's usually low vibrational with them, I'm giving them money to do nefarious things. This person was paying people to watch you. This person was paying people to follow you, stalk you. This person, a little $50 here, a little, oh, you want $50? Well, tell me when that car leaves. Tell me when this person shows up to work. Tell me what they do. Friends, family, lovers. Trust that it's all coming to an end, okay? They broke your trust. There's no trust in this situation. What I'm getting is there was really no one around you that was trustworthy. Like everybody could be bought, okay? Yeah, banana splits are significant. Someone could like milkshakes or banana splits. I'm seeing banana smoothies, but it's also giving me the movie Split. Okay, someone is dichotomous, someone has a chasm in their brain, someone has dissociative identity disorder. I'm not a licensed professional. That's what the movie's about. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody's a spin image of you. That could be a child that's significant. Yeah, I'm seeing a girl child, boy child, whatever, right? Your children have been affected by this, because if you are not doing good, if you have to face all this adversity for no reason, somebody was worried about who you was fucking at the end of the day. Somebody was worried about money and who you was going to sleep with, who you were going to level up with. Why do you care so much? somebody's a high priestess and we're using their gifts for no good. That's why they're hallucinating now or being taken on a wild ride with these gifts. Like, oh, okay, you like to spy and you like to astral travel and astral project and remote view. Okay, I got something for you to view. It is finna be your worst fucking nightmares. You cannot just move any type of way and think there will be no consequences, okay? Yeah, definitely someone in the energy that's a Y. And this is somebody who always got a dress on point, but behind the scenes, they're sick as a dog. But behind the scenes, their mental is not well. Behind the scenes, their physical is not well. Behind the scenes, they're spiritually not well. They're not being well fed mentally, spiritually, physically, nor emotionally. Someone loves like fast food or just. Okay, well, thank you, Spirit. I'll keep wondering why this is coming through. McDonald's, Arby's, all these fast food. Someone, these black nails is driving me crazy. Somebody could be seeing black nails or claws in their sleep, in their dream, or feeling something touching them. Someone doesn't feed themselves anything good on any level. So mentally, spiritually, emotionally, they're always looking for a quick fix is what I'm hearing. Sexually, mentally, physically, emotionally, very ego driven, lustful, just low vibrational. So their eating habits and their way of living and being is an indication of that, right? I'm hearing it's an indication of their spiritual status. Wow. Somebody could be African of African descent. Someone could wear shades a lot to hide their eyes. Somebody could wear glasses. This is just a shady, like dark individual who dwells in like the shadows, like eyes on something shadowy. Yeah, I'm seeing this is a sociopath. This is a psycho. I'm seeing the I think it's called a sociopath stare. Okay, where they glare into you like it's a very intense stare, how they stare at people, right? If you might think it's cute, like, oh, he's staring into my soul. No, she's staring into my soul. No, they're staring, they're studying you. They can't figure out why they're drawn to you, but they know the spirit within them is drawn to you because they know they want to suck your blood. They want to suck your soul. They don't know that. They might not know that, right? But they know that you're someone, they see you as a mark. Somebody's name could be Mark. They see you as an easy mark to get energy from, money from, sex from, time from, okay? What they don't understand is on a spiritual level, they are being used by whatever spirit or entity is within them to drain and energy harvest people. Hello. Let's wake up. Hello, it's me, Heavy Cardi in the energy. I'm hearing this shit's about to take off. Like with this fleet, somebody could have just used the enema. Somebody could be I'm hearing into anal. Like people gotta cleanse before they okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing praying, prayer warriors cleansing. Like now everybody wanna pray. Now everybody believe in God. Now everybody trying to get focused on their path, their purpose. You can't just flip the switch like that. You gotta, especially, that's the other thing too. Okay, God will forgive you. You still gotta deal with the karma for what you did. It's not just, oh, let me turn over a new leaf. Nah, bruh, like you about to be heavily convicted for what you did, spiritually and physically. So we will end the message here, class. I ran a bit over on time. Remember to like, share, subscribe, so you can stay in tune with this class vibe, okay? If you need any assistance with your spiritual journey, coaching, any readings, please utilize my email. I'll link it in the description box, as well as the journals available on Amazon. I'll link those in the description box as well. And If you feel called or inclined to donate to the channel, I will link my Cash App tag in the description box as well. And I always say and pray, any seed you sow into me, this energy, or the channel in its entirety, I pray that it is returned to you infinitely and abundantly. No cap here. As I always say, continue to come and go in love and light. Please pursue your purpose, not just paychecks, as purpose provides your provision and your protection. Remember, as long as you're aligned, you'll be fine. And definitely, definitely, definitely do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And until next time, class is dismissed. Peace, y'all.